Hey, BossManMike here with you all today on a beautiful, beautiful Monday. So today I really wanted to enlighten my followers, my viewers, my subscribers. I may talk about, motivation and inspiration a lot. I may be connecting with like a lot of artists, fashion designers, graphic designers. But I also want y'all to be thinking about, your mind, your body, your heart, your soul, your spirit, and how you can be connected with yourself, how you can really, connect with yourself, feel your energy, feel the vibration of the day, feel the vibration of yourself. As we going through life and everything, we gotta stop and think about, how do we breathe? We gotta think about how we connecting with ourselves. How do we feel our energy? What is our energy like? How are we raising our vibration? How are we raising our consciousness? How are we, being more aware of our actions, our choices, decisions each and every day. But mainly I want to, talk about the root chakra and the crown chakra and how we can be able to ascend, how we can be able to raise our vibration in order to, get the best possibilities out of our lives, create the best experiences out of our lives by, being true to ourselves. So, let's get straight into it, baby. Let's get it. All right, so I don't want to be like a spiritual, guru or nothing like that. I just need y'all to be thinking about it, in this day and age, as everything is progressing, everything is, turning over to the digital age and all that. I want y'all to be thinking about, your body, your mind, your spirit, your heart, your soul, your chakras. I want y'all to be thinking about, how can you be to tune into yourself so that you can be to create your, your best work, provide your best services, be your best self. And with the crown chakra and all, you gotta really, think about how can I be to raise my vibration? How can I be to raise my energy so that I can be, enlightened? How can be to raise my energy, my vibration in order to, really step into that possibility, step into that desirable outcome that you're trying to achieve, step into that person that you envision yourself to be. With the root chakra and all, the root chakra all has to do with like survival, basic needs, basically like where are you gonna get your food today, like how are you gonna pay for the bills. It's based in that survival instinct. A lot of fear is being programmed into ourselves right now, with a lot of stuff going on into the, in the world right now. A lot of poverty, a lot of, stuff raising up, a lot of gas prices, groceries, a lot of everything's going up. And so it's like fear-based programming. So, with that root chakra and everything, the more that you focus on that root chakra, the more, you're gonna focus on, some of the most, it's not really, it's important, but not as important as, as you continue to raise your chakras, as you continue to focus on your upper chakras and everything like that, because you also have to have balance between your chakras. So it's like, I believe, in the heart chakra, then you got the lower chakras, then you got the upper chakras. But if you continuously to focus on the root chakra all the time, it's like you're not focusing on your creativity. It's not like you're focusing on your love, So creativity with the throat chakra, love with the heart chakra, then, third eye chakra and everything, you'd be able to be intuitive, be able to be insensitive to your energy around you, your environment around you. You'll be able to, perceive a lot of things, see behind all the lies and stuff that's, that's being told to you and stuff like that. And then finally with the crown chakra, it's like you're reaching into your higher self. You're reaching into who you're truly meant to be, within this lifetime and everything. And so, it's like you got to be able to find that balance. If you continuously to focus on the root chakra all of your life, you're just focusing on sex, you're just focusing on, food, you're just focusing on like all the stuff that's, it's important, but it's not going to change your life. It's not going to help you change your life. It's not going to help you, step into who you're supposed to be. So with the crown chakra, it's like you got to raise your vibration. You got to think about, how can you be creative? You got to think about who you truly are. You got to you got to step up into the throne, because the crown is awaiting your success. Basically, that's what it is. You got to step up into the throne, because the crown is awaiting your success. It's really all about, how you perceive things, how you think about things, what you focus on. The more that you focus on, survival instincts and basic needs, the more that you're gonna be, rooted, grounded into that root chakra. I mean, it's not like you're progressing, because we gotta be to progress. We gotta think about, other things, more important things within our lives, like, you know how can we express our love? How can we be to feel ourselves? How can we be, creative? How can we be intuitive? How can we be sensitive and understanding with the men and women around ourselves? And how can we be able to express ourselves, creatively, when we're just focusing on like the basic needs, like survival instincts and stuff like that? Like, we really got to understand, like, as you go on with your life, as you continue to try to be the best version of yourself, create your best life, create the best person that you're trying to be. You got to be to understand that you got to step up into the throne. You got to step up into the throne to be to find the crown. You got to raise your vibration. You got to raise your frequency. You got to think about more important things. But also, as you're thinking about, what you're creating, what you're building for yourself, how you want to live, you gotta have that emotion built into it. You gotta have that vibration, built into it. You gotta have love. Whatever you're creating, you gotta put love into it. You know, whatever you're trying to do with your life, you gotta put love. You gotta put your intentions within it, or it's not gonna work out for you. You know, if you're truly being yourself, if you're trying to reach your higher self, you gotta raise your vibration. You gotta find that balance between the heart chakra. You gotta bring your lowest desires. You gotta bring your lowest desires. You gotta utilize your lowest desires to be to reach your highest achievements, your highest accomplishments. You gotta utilize that survival instinct and transfer it up into the heart chakra. And by doing that, it's like you're transmuting your energy. So by using that energy, so it's like, it goes the root chakra, sacral chakra, then solar plexus chakra. You got to be to activate your solar plexus chakra in order to be to, gain money, in order to be to have confidence within yourself, in order to have that energy to be able to, have millions of dollars, to be able to reach out to millions of people, to be able to, create your best life. If you're not activating your solar plexus chakra, then, good luck, because that's what you really got to focus on. You got to bring that energy from the root chakra up to the heart chakra. Then once you reach the heart chakra, you got to bring that energy from the heart chakra up to your crown chakra. It may seem simple, but it's like you got to be more aware. You got to be more conscious. You got to really understand who you truly are and what you're trying to put out into this world, what you're trying to create. You got to really understand yourself, go deep within yourself. You got to be conscious. You got to be aware. Like, we forget so many things as we're going throughout our lives and everything like that. Like, some people, like, like, we all forget that we're breathing and everything. We got to be more conscious about how we breathe. We got to be more conscious about how we smell, how we utilize our senses, how we see, how we hear, how we breathe, how we taste, how we touch, how we feel the energy around ourselves. If you really want to, step up into the crown, if you really want to wear that crown, you got to raise your vibration. You got to raise your frequency. You got to be more aware of, your actions, your choices, and the intentions that you set behind your actions. Like, what intentions do you have as you're creating your best life? What intentions do you have as you're serving people, as you're guiding people, as you're teaching people, as you're motivating people, as you're inspiring people? What energy are you putting behind your music, your art? What intentions, what energy are you putting behind yourself? How do you carry yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you feel about yourself? You got to take all of that into consideration as you're building yourself up, as you're raising your vibration, raising your frequency, because, you can't just go through life not thinking about all of that stuff. Like, you got to just stop and, smell the flowers someday. You got to stop, smell the flowers. You got to actually, like in the one video I was talking about, you really got to live your life. You got to really be alive. You got to feel alive. You got to utilize your senses. You got to feel your energy. You got to feel the environment. So nowadays, a lot of people are focused on, celebrities, Netflix, food, gas prices raising up, groceries, raising up and stuff like that. A lot of people are just focusing on survival, like what other people are doing with their lives. So, of course, a lot of people are gonna be stuck in their root chakras and stuff like that. But you gotta take all of this into consideration as you're building yourself up, because it's not about just making money. It's not about just you know making something that's gonna make you money. It's not about that. It's like a deeper spiritual meaning to it as well. It's not really like spiritual, but it's like it's a lot of stuff to think about. It's a lot of stuff that you gotta be able to take into consideration as you're building yourself up. You want to be able to work on your energy. You gotta work on your energy. You gotta cleanse yourself. You gotta purify yourself. You gotta be able to think about where's your mind most of the where's your mind most of the time. Like what are you focusing on most of the time? Like what are you really trying to create with your life? What are you really trying to do with your life? Are you just focusing on when's your next paycheck, or where you gonna go get something to eat at, or like what's the next celebrity doing, what's the next person doing? You can't be focusing on all of that stuff. It's all just a bunch of like distractions to be to keep you rooted in that ground chakra. You got to balance your energy. You got to look into your heart. You got to look into your soul and really understand who you truly are. How can you raise your vibration? How can you raise your frequency? The thoughts that you think about each and every day, you're gonna like that's where you're gonna stay. That's where it'll keep you at. If you constantly focusing on survival, basic needs, instincts and stuff like that, then you're constantly gonna be in the same position, the same day, same week, month, year. You gotta raise your thoughts. You gotta raise the vibration and energy of your thoughts, your intentions, your actions. It's all about energy. It's all about putting things into motion. It's all about your thoughts, your perception, your perspectives. It's all about how can you be able to reach into yourself and bring out your higher self, your brightest self. How can you be able to create your best pieces, your best art, your best music, your best services that you're trying to provide for men and women? Or like how can you be able to provide for men and women when you're constantly thinking about the brand new show just came out on Netflix, stuff like that. Like it's not important. You got to be able to focus on yourself. If you want to be your own boss, if you want to be your own businessman, businesswoman, you got to raise your energy. You got to look within yourself. You got to see yourself achieving all that you truly desire. But as you're envisioning everything that you want to achieve, you got to have love within it. You got to have creativity within it. You got to know that with your visions, with your goals, with whatever you're trying to accomplish, it's like that's your higher self. Like that's your higher self talking to you. You got to have that intuition. You can't just be blind. You can't just go on a journey, on an adventure with no tools, no equipment. Like that's not gonna do nothing for you. You gotta prepare yourself. You gotta dedicate yourself to working on your energy, raising your frequency, raising your vibration. Your intentions, your actions, like what you put behind your actions. What kind of energy do you put behind your actions, your intentions? And ultimately, as you're becoming more aware of yourself, more conscious of your life, what you choose, what your actions are, your decisions, the energy that you put behind things, like you'll see it'll definitely be a change, a shift in your life. And you gotta really put in the work. You gotta really put in the time with yourself. You can't just constantly just run around with your head off. You can't just constantly just do stuff and expect certain outcomes, because you're not putting no intentions behind it. You're not putting no emotions behind it. You're not putting no energy behind it. If you truly want to be a boss, if you really truly believe in yourself, truly believe in your vision, your goals, and whatever you want to achieve within your life, you got to have that energy within yourself. You got to have that confidence within yourself. Like I said, bringing the energy from the root chakra up to your heart chakra, up to your crown chakra. It takes some time. It takes some work. But if you really want to be your own boss, if you really want to be able to create your own reality and feel yourself and be confident with yourself and know that you're doing this all for your highest purpose, all for your highest, setting your highest intentions behind everything that you do, you got to put in that work. You got to put in that time. Like I said, you can be able to gain your freedom. You can be able to you can be able to achieve anything that you set your mind to, but you got to be able to realize like the energy that you put behind yourself, the confidence that you put within yourself, and like I said, just dig deep within yourself. And I want y'all all to think about this. I want y'all all to really understand who you are as you're going on this journey. I want you all to understand, what you're creating, what you're building for yourselves. I want you to understand your energy. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts on a daily basis? What do you think about on a daily basis? What are you focusing on a daily basis? I want y'all all to think about this, because it's all important as you're becoming your own boss man, boss woman. And remember what I said, you got to step up into the throne, because the crown is awaiting your success. Like I said, I'll say it one more time for you. You got to step up into the throne, because the crown is awaiting your success. Think about it. Think about your energy. Think about your vibration. Think about your frequency. Think about what you want to create, what you want to put out into the world. Think about how you carry yourself, how you really want to live your life. We have a decision. We have a choice. If you want to feel depressed all day, if you want to feel like you're in a bad mood all day, that's your choice. That's your decision. But if you really want to live your best life, if you want to, go on about your day all happy, knowing that you're your own boss, knowing that you're your own businessman, businesswoman, knowing that you're creative, that you know who you are, that you truly understand your energy and how you carry yourself, then that's all it takes. That belief, that thought, that energy, that vibration, that emotion, vibration, frequency, So I want y'all to think about this as you continue to, go on your journey, on your adventure with, creating your best life, living your best life and being the best version of yourself. And, let's get to it. BossManMike, on a beautiful Monday with a motivational message for y'all. Think about it and let's get straight into it. Let's get it.